What's wrong with Hillary Clinton? Let me count the ways. Over the past several days, there have been a number of town halls that Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders have been a part of. And look, we want to talk about a few issues that were, mentioned at these town halls. The one overall problem I have with Hillary Clinton is that she embraces corruption. The corruption that is all too familiar in politics. For this, segment, we're not even going to talk about that. Not going to talk about that at all. All we're going to do is talk about the issues that were raised at these town halls and how she responded to them. Because,
we don't want to be one issue detractors.
We don't want to talk about just one issue. We
don't want to talk about one issue.
She hates that. She hates that. So we're going to talk about a multitude of issues. Okay? So first, at the town hall that was in Ohio, she was asked a question by Ricky Jackson. Now, Ricky Jackson is a guy that spent 39 years in jail. He was convicted of a murder, put on death row that was later commuted to a life sentence. He got out after 39 years through the, help of the Ohio Innocence Project. So he asked her a question about death row and how she could still support death row, knowing that there's many prisoners that have been released and have been proven to be innocent. The same people that have been on death row. Even there have been people that have proven to be innocent posthumously. And her answer was, how do you want to phrase her answer?
Well, I can illustrate her answer.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
That's the issue right there.
Yeah. So that's basically what she did. She danced around it. And look, she said this many times before. She said that she would breathe a sigh of relief if, states and the Supreme Court would, ban the practice of the death penalty. But she says, she still wants to, have it available for, the most extreme type cases.
Like what?
She said terrorism, the Oklahoma City bombing. Terrorism, ISIS.
Seems like she, everything boils down to that. It's 9/11.
Yeah.
That's kind of her answer for everything.
Yeah.
It's not a good answer.
But, okay, so tell me. So, if it's on the books,
can you really control?
Yes.
When it gets applied? If it's on the books, does it say only if they kill a mass shooting,
exactly,
or a big huge?
What would be the
bombing?
stipulation?
Well, yeah. What? Yeah.
Is it 20 people that would have to die? 30? I mean, what?
Whether
situation?
the act is classified as terrorism. When you classify anything as terrorism,
you can't limit. If it's on the books, it can be used.
I was like, she's still talking. I was like, this answer is becoming so convoluted.
It's a roundabout way of saying I'm not going to do anything about the death penalty, and I don't care. Also, Clinton was asked another question about fracking, which is great. And her answer, she says she, unlike her opponent, Bernie Sanders, who will just, say that he's against it and promise to end it, which he didn't promise to end it. He just say he's against it and he hopes that it's gone from America. We need to end the practice. If you're serious about the environment, you can't be for fracking. Okay. Well, she says that she doesn't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So she's not going to say that she promises to get rid of fracking. She wants to regulate it, and she wants to, make it safe and stuff like that. But the problem with that is anybody that knows anything about fracking can tell you that there is no safe way to frack. There is no safe way to do it. So what makes this interesting is that the debate in Flint, Michigan, she told the crowd there, she promised to rid the country of lead and soil, pipes, everywhere.
I don't think the answer is why would she promise the Flint crowd, solutions to their water while, kind of hedging her bets with fracking because, there might be more, money in one of those things as far as like donors. Maybe.
Yeah. And she has supported fracking for a long time. See, this was such an easy win she could have got and say, no, I'm totally against fracking. And everybody be like, yeah.
She could have just said, I didn't understand the science behind it. She could have said that.
Of course, we would have said, like, here's another flip-flop. But still, at least you would have been on the right side.
I wasn't aware of the environmental dangers it was causing. I got some bad intelligence.
Right. So we all know that she talks about about guns and gun reform and gun legislation. And, she talks about that, and that's the one issue she tries to be to the left on Bernie Sanders. Okay, so at the town hall, she was saying how the gun lobby is bad. It's really, really bad. Okay, and it's probably the worst lobby and the most powerful lobby that we have. Okay, but it's not so bad if maybe they are, I don't know, co-hosting a fundraiser for Hillary Clinton. Not so bad then, right?
That was a surprising ending to your commentary. I did not see that coming, Will.
Yeah, I mean...
I did not see that one coming.
In the coming days, March 21st, there's going to be a fundraiser for Hillary Clinton. At this fundraiser is going to be none other than Jeff Forbes of the lobbying firm Forbes Tate. Now, you might ask, who is this guy, Jeff Forbes, right? This is one of the guys that in 2013, when there was a push for universal background checks, this is one of the guys that the NRA employed to kill that legislation. This is one of the guys. So this is one of the guys that a candidate like Hillary Clinton should despise.
And says she despises.
Yes. She should hate this guy. You effectively helped kill universal background checks. Why would I be associating with you? Why would you be co-hosting a fundraiser for me on the TPP? So we know that Hillary Clinton now says that she opposes the TPP. All right. And again, she threw Bernie into this, saying that Bernie's against everything. He's against trade all the time. I understand that trade is necessary. So there's got to be trade. But she didn't come out against the TPP until she knew all the facts.
But didn't she help kind of craft
That's what I thought when she was Secretary of State, right?
I thought she helped craft it. So why would she need to wait to figure out what's in something
when she know what it was about?
Exactly. Wouldn't you know? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, common sense would say you would.
And as further evidence, she made 45 public speaking. She spoke about this publicly 45 times. 45 times. Mm. Now, what did she say in those 45 public speaking events? What did she say that she had to hold off judgment? No, I don't think so. On one time, she called it the gold standard of trade agreements. And in 2012, actually 2 days after she called it the gold standard, in Singapore, 2012, she said, the so-called TPP will lower barriers, raise standards, and drive long-term growth across the region. It will cover 40% of the world's total trade and establish strong protections for workers and the environment, better jobs with higher wages and safer working conditions, including for women, migrant workers, and others too often in the past excluded from the formal economy, will help build Asia's middle class and rebalance the global economy. Man, she railed against it, man. She said, I hate the TPP. That's what it sounded like to me.
I think she was doing some like reverse psychology. That's what I think she was doing.
She must have. It clearly doesn't say that. That clearly doesn't say she took a position, right? No. She didn't take a position on there, right?
I didn't sense anything.
No.
And I give her a pass. You said 45 speeches?
45.
See, if it was like 46, then I might raise some questions. 45, she came right under the ball. She came right under.
45, 46. I can see that.